This is from Scott from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Power rank your top 5 favorite TV shows of all time. Wow. Well, that kind of narrows it down, doesn't it? So this is a tricky one for me because right away I'm thinking, so do HBO and Paramount Plus, do they count as TV shows? Is that what we're watching on HBO? Do series on HBO and other networks, cable networks, count as TV shows? My producer, Tyler Korn, assures me absolutely they do. Okay. So the first of these two are very personal to me, and you can laugh at me if you want, and that's fine. This is my power ranking. Number one on my list, it just has to be. It's very old school. Maybe you don't know it. If you don't, you should. You should go watch it. It's I Love Lucy. Why is it so dear to my heart? Because it's my wife Ernestine's all-time favorite show, because she is Lucy Ricardo in real life. I live with Lucy Ricardo. I live with I Love Lucy, and I do love Lucy, as in Ernestine. She's got all kinds of Lucy paraphernalia. She's got Lucy pillows on the bed. She's got Lucy pictures on the wall. Lucille Ball is pretty much her idol. So how can I not say I love Lucy? And by the way, the chemistry on that show between Lucille Ball and Ricky Ricardo is the greatest ever between a TV husband and wife. Trust me on this. If you haven't ever watched it, you can call it up now. It's the beauty of what we have today. You can just call it up on demand wherever it's on. I'm sure Amazon Prime. We still watch it. And if you start, you won't be able to stop. You'll watch 4 or 5, and then you'll say, maybe I should watch some more. They still work today. They still hold up. They are still very funny. Number 2, this is also personal. I've told you this before. It's Jeopardy. Is Jeopardy a TV show? I know it's a game show, but doesn't it qualify as a TV show? We watch 5 a week. We tape them. We watch them either Friday or Saturday, depending on my sports schedule. Friday night or Saturday night, we watch Jeopardy, and we do play against each other, and it's been our thing for 18 years. So how can I not put it top 5? Because I got it number 2. Number 3, speaking of HBO and series, this is just me. It's The Sopranos. I mean, Tony Soprano, played by James Gandolfini, was the single most compelling character in the history of television. I dare you to find me a better one. I'm talking about compelling. I'm talking about absorbing. I'm talking about riveting, where you just can't take your eyes off the screen. I watched every single minute of The Sopranos all the way home to Don't Stop Believing. Number 4. I got to go Sanford and Son, from the great Norman Lear, who gave us All in the Family and Good Times and many others. But I could go home tonight and watch 10 straight Sanford and Son. Sometimes I do this, and be wildly entertained. A lot of laugh out loud. You know why? Because it's smart, funny. And Red Fox simply owned that stage. Can't take your eyes off them. Number 5's tricky for me. I'll give you a couple of near misses, but understand, I love Taylor Sheridan. I'm a big fan. We got hooked on Yellowstone. I know it's kind of fallen apart now between Kevin Costner and Taylor Sheridan. Taylor did 1883 and 1923, and I love them even more than I love Yellowstone, but they felt more like movies, so I'm not going to qualify them for my TV list. My friend Billy Bob Thornton is scheduled, if the strike ever ends, to play the lead in what's called Landman, which I can't wait, from Taylor Sheridan. He's genius. He's gifted. But in the same vein, sort of along the same lines, same genre, 5th on my list is Justified. It's another personal favorite of both me and my wife. But Timothy Oliphant, especially in those first 3 seasons, was can't miss television for us. We could not wait for the next Justified. Talk about a badass. He was a modern day John Wayne in those first 3 seasons. They've tried to bring Timothy back with Justified for a 4th season, a final season. Maybe you've tried to watch it. We're not big fans of that. And it pours a little bit of cold water on my 5th pick on my list. But still, especially the first 3 seasons Justified, that's top 5 for me, just ahead of Ray Donovan. I've talked about that before. I talked about it last week. And I'll throw one other old school at you if you've never watched it. The Beverly Hillbillies. That conceit of hillbillies strike it rich and move to Beverly, it still works. And it worked for every season they did. A month or so ago, we started watching on a Friday night on demand some hillbillies. And we ended up watching 8 in a row because they are still hilarious. Trust me. But that's my top 5. I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.